Hi and welcome back to Words of Power. Today we're going to talk about chasing excellence, a story about building the world's fittest athletes from Bergeron. It's one of my absolutely best books that I have read, and we're going to look a little bit into it. So, CrossFit trainer Bergeron has helped build the world's fittest athletes, but he's not like other coaches. He believes that greatness is not from elite few, that winning is a result, not a goal, and that character, not talent, is what makes a true champion. This is where he distinguishes from many other authors. It's not about the technique, but it's about the character. It is about building the strongest character that you can possibly build. His powerful philosophy can help anyone excel at all aspects of life. So it's not a book just about sports and winning in sports, but it is about winning in the game of life, winning in the sport of life. Using the dramatic competition between the top contenders at the 2016 Reebok CrossFit Games as a background, Ben explores the step-by-step process of achieving excellence and the unique set of positive character traits necessary for leveling up to world class. In the book, he talks a lot about coming to the next level, about becoming better, about achieving a new level, about becoming the best version of yourself, the version of yourself that you are hiding inside of yourself. And he's talking about going beyond just the normal plane. He's talking about something much more deep, something much more interesting. The mindset and methodology that have produced some of the greatest athletes in the world's most grueling sport can work equally well for golfers, lawyers, artists, entrepreneurs, and anyone who's willing to commit totally to becoming better than the best. By chasing excellence, you will discover how extraordinary it's possible for you to be. And he says that it's not about the end goal, the end result, but it's all about the process. And we have seen that many times throughout our work, and we will, of course, hear from that again. In the beginning, he talks about talent, grit, and we have some great quotes from that book. And he says, talent without grit is just potential. Talent plus grit is unstoppable. How many people do you know that they are talented, but they then don't work at it? How many kids did you know who were very talented at something, but they did not grind at it? They did not put the effort and time necessary to develop that skill, to develop that special spark in themselves. So they need something more, something deeper. And what is grit really? It's a word that has been used to describe everything under the sun, but it means something specific. When things get hard, you push harder. When you fail, you get back up stronger. When you don't see results, you don't get discouraged, but you just continue to pound away day after day after day with relentless consistency, heart, and passion. That's grit. So grit, it's a similar definition as of Angela Duckworth's. It's about relentlessness, consistency, heart, and passion. It comes to mind a story about a guy who went into the forest and saw a big stone. And he heard some sound. And when he looked at it, he saw a guy that was pounding with a hammer this big stone. And he asked what he was doing, and the guy with the hammer answered he is essentially crushing the stone. But the first guy did not see anything happening. So he smiled and went away. After a month, he came back and he has seen this guy with the hammer again. And the guy asks how long is he doing that, and he said about 3 months. And then he thinks about that, why does he do that, that nothing is coming, nothing is happening. And the second guy says that it is happening, but he just cannot see that, but in due time he will see the results of these committed actions. And in 1 month this guy has crushed the stone. And think about your life and how you're going to come to an end on this life, and you're going to see your future. And the worst thing people say that they can feel is regret about what you could have been and you did not become. That's it. That's why it's important to keep grinding at it and keep building your strengths. Positivity, by contrast, is directly linked to improved performance. People successful in life, in business, and in relationships are living into a process that leads to excellence. These are the people who get up early to work out, who say no to crappy food, who carve out time for learning and for mindfulness. Discipline, commitment, passion, confidence, persistence, resiliency, competitiveness, coachability, growth, mindedness, humility, hunger, dedication, tenacity, and grit. That are the disciplines that Bergeron says are important to achieve success. And success is a decision, not a gift. It's not something that you are given, but something that you decide to achieve, and that you decide to go after it day after day, minute after minute, because every minute it's important. Today I will do what others want, so tomorrow I can do what others can't. As an elite athlete, there are only 5 things that you can truly control: your training, your nutrition, your sleep, your recovery, and your mindset. If it doesn't fall into one of these categories, I tell my athletes, forget about it. Control the things you can control and ignore everything else. Here comes to mind the serenity prayer. God, grant me the power to surmount the things that I can, and the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, and give me the wisdom to know the difference. It's same here. Of course, in your life, in your job, in your career, you can control, for example, your training, your nutrition, your sleep, your recovery, and the most important thing, your mindset. So keep building at your mindset. Do what has to be done as well as it can be done. Then do it that way all the time. So do what has to be done as well as it can be done. Then do it that way all the time. Staying positive is difficult for humans because our DNA is hardwired to hold on to negative experiences over positive ones for sheer survival. Way back when our species was in survival mode, it was far more important to know and remember that the big furry animal with claws and teeth would kill you than it was to know and remember that the butterfly was pretty. It was more important to remember which berries would kill you than which ones were tastiest. We developed a survival instinct that is ingrained in a negative mindset. So a negative mindset is natural. It comes natural and it comes to most people. Our job is to develop a great mindset. I remember from the book when Catherine was training with him at his farm, she went to the next level when she decided she wanted to change, that she wanted to make life different. So she moved to his farm, to Ben Bergeron's farm, and there she spent every morning building up her mindset. It's about doing the next step as well as you can. If it doesn't work, we do as Lenny Bergeron would say, it needs work, and we keep working at it. We don't bash ourselves, we don't suppress ourselves, we just say we keep on doing. And it holds true in business, it holds true in sports, it holds true in relationship, it holds true in your whole life. In non-competitive or life scenario, will focusing on a negative and controllable factors improve your performance or stress levels. It's about staying positive and focusing on the next chapter, on the next step. No one loves doing rowing intervals, max effort squats, or studying for 10 hours at a time. As Matt would say, that shit hurts. There's nothing fun about waking up and doing things you're bad at, over and over again. It takes an extraordinary amount of grit to commit yourself to that brand of torture. But if it has to be done, it has to be done. You can remember from David Goggins when he said that investing your time in building yourself, and that you find yourself in when you're alone, you can create a new persona. You can create someone that you could be proud of. Think about that. How would you move? How would you speak? What would you do if you were really proud of yourself? Race horses aren't biologically capable of understanding what their competitors are doing. They are completely focused on themselves. That's where I want my athletes. If an athlete's goal is to beat their competitor, then by definition they're not reaching their full potential. They're simply clearing the bar for the next guy's potential. According to physics, bumblebees can fly, but nobody ever explained physics to bumblebees, so they fly around anyway. I love that comparison. In fact, one of the most important components of building my athletes' mindsets is coming up with a definition of success that is not tied to the results thereafter. Of course, your definition of success will define your life and will define how you feel. Because if you think, well, we come back to CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, if you think that you need something in order to be happy, fulfilled, or I don't know what, then you're going to be miserable until you achieve that. And when you achieve that, you will set yourself something even bigger, even better, and so on. So you'll never be satisfied. The trick is to be satisfied with your progress. Like everything else, excellence is a habit. We build excellence day after day, morning after morning, minute after minute. As an elite athlete, there are only 5 things that you can truly control. And am I committing everything I have to make myself the tiniest percentage better than I am right now? No matter how hard I have to work, no matter what I have to give up, no matter how long it takes. I and we can be better at the things we're doing. It's a matter of decision. Was giving full effort in every single moment of every single day and becoming the best we could possibly be. It's the not so hidden secret to extraordinary success. Clarify what you really want, then work as hard as you can for as long as it takes. Yeah, this hidden or not so hidden secret to extraordinary success is simple. Clarify what you really want, then work as hard as you can for as long as it takes. But what you really want, not what society wants, not what your mother wants, not what your father wants, not what anyone else wants. What you want. Gratitude, humility, dedication, positivity, poise, focus, resilience, and an eagerness to continuously grow are going to make a big difference in your life. We don't look at the whole beach. We focus on one grain of sand. We only see one grain at a time. And that's where life becomes easier. Understanding that you only have control over the present moment is the key to being able to turn the page. Reliving the past is a recipe for unnecessary depression, and fearing the future is a surefire way to anxiety. Learning to live in the present moment is vital, because it's the only thing you have any control over. The only thing you can do to rectify the past or influence the future is to take action now, in the present moment. Maintaining your composure when everything seems to be working against you is the far more impressive feat. So, think about that. When everything goes bad, have your composure. Do not allow to go away. And one of my favorite quotes is, "Gentlemen, we will chase perfection, and we will chase it relentlessly, knowing all the while we can never attain. But along the way, we shall catch excellence." And that's what life is about. Going after perfection, knowing all the way there that we are never going to catch it, but in the meantime, in the process, we're going to catch excellence. And that's what makes me so excited about this great book. And for the last one, double loop learners, however, take ownership of problems. They think there must be something I'm doing that's making my spouse, partner, coworker react this way. And it same holds true in cognitive behavioral therapy plus wisdom. We're always working at the things that we can do and how we affect the world. Every action make a reaction. So it is important to focus on that, what you can make, what you can do. And as always, we have great programs for you at our site, Academy of Wisdom and Success.com. We have a first introductory video for training one-on-one with the founder, Rocco di Pietro, and we're going to give that away for some little time in our beneficiary time as of right now. So much value there. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope to see you soon. Until then, have a great time. Bye bye.